Hi, I am Mandy of Mad Cow Mandy Designs. It is May 18th, 2023, and this is Stitch 60. I have been keeping lots of secrets lately, and the biggest of all the secrets has finally been announced. So, I'm not wasting any time. We are hopping right into finished objects so I can share with you the biggest secret. Yes. I am a sponsor for Sock Week, hosted by Natalie of Knitty Natty. Y'all, I am so excited about this. This has hands down been the hardest secret to keep. I made a book. I know Natalie is all about planning, and that is her jam. So when she called for sponsors, I knew I needed to make a book, a planner. Like, that would be right up her alley, and it was, sorry, I have like 5,000 thoughts going through my brain at the same time, and I don't know where to start. So, working with Natalie has been amazing. Oh my God, she is so organized, and she communicates everything. And she had a lineup of all the dates of everything that she needed from the sponsors when we applied to be a sponsor. Like, organized, okay? The reason that I find that just so amazing and mind-blowing is I have a show, not this weekend, but the next, on the 27th, that I am going to be vendoring at, and they haven't talked to me at all yet. They haven't told me I'm in. I don't know what time setup is. I don't know how long the day is. I haven't heard anything from them, but they cashed my check, so I assume I'm supposed to be working next weekend. Not Natalie. Natalie has been with us every step of the way, telling us exactly what to expect, what's to come, and, you know, what we need to do for her. Anytime we have a question, she responds. It's been beautiful. So, had a lot of fun working with her. I had so much fun making this book. So this is the official logo for the week, and it is by Pencil and Paisley on Instagram. So, yay! From there, there's a letter from Natalie. She wrote it. I even have her signature down there at the bottom. And then we start getting into the cute stuff. Oh my God. So I received this list from Natalie. There is a toe up and a cuff down version. I need to back up for a minute. I told you I had too many thoughts. Not enough order. If you do not know what Sock Week is, or who Natalie of Knitty Natty is, I am going to put the links down below. They'll be towards the top of the list. I will link her Instagram and the YouTube episode where she explains Sock Week and shows all the sponsor stuff. Sock Week is an 8-day event where knitters all over the world are making socks. Crocheters too, y'all are welcome to join us. 8 days, make one sock. And there are prizes and giveaways, and you can submit your finished object of one sock. That's all. That's all you have to do. You don't have to have any of the sponsor items. They just make it more fun. If you want to join in, you can. If not, it's a free event. You can still knit a sock and enter it to win a prize. But she explains it a lot better than I do. So go watch her video. So yes, I received this list from Natalie of kind of how much of a sock you should do each day in order to complete a sock in the week. All of these guys, they're mine. I made those. They're so cute. I had an absolute blast sketching out sharks and drawing them all, and then I put them into the computer where I made them look a little bit prettier and colored them. So from there, you will kickstart your week. This is Sunday the 9th. That is when we start, and it will run through, this is July 9th. It will run through Sunday, July 16th. So you have a place to put your goals. Again, you have Natalie's Shark Bites, which remind you of where she thinks you should be in that day. Your survival list. Anything you need to do for the day, whether it's knitting, not knitting, whatever you need to do to survive that day, you can put it out here in the list. You have some blank space to do whatever you like, and setting thoughts. A little sun. You can look back. Did you meet your goal for the day? Was it easy to meet it? Was it hard? Did you not meet your goal? Maybe next year you need to tweak it a little bit. Your ribbing is really slow. It takes you forever to make a heel. You can't do those in one day. You need to break them up, but you fly through the foot. So you can keep notes and adjust for next year. And a little shark design. I'm not going to show you all of the corners, but I will show you some of them because they change every day. She's just so cute. She's knitting. Spoiler, by the end of the week, she finishes her sock. I have a little goldfish that wants to be a shark. It's just so cute. Okay. So, and you get both of our logos on the back of the book. So, the way that this works is we, as sponsors, all have designated times for when the listings will go live. May the 26th at 11 Eastern, 10 Central. This book will be live in my Etsy shop. I do not suggest you order it with anything else. If you put anything else in your order with this, your book will be reserved, but you will go to the back of the shipping queue because I'll have to go pull whatever else you ordered. It's going to be $12, so no surprise. I hate when you don't know how much something's going to cost, and then you set the alarm and you go for the rush and order things, and they end up being more than you expected. It's going to be $12. So there's your heads up. And I have 60 of these ready to go. I have a second listing that, should the first one sell out, will be a made-to-order listing. It'll take me about a week to be able to actually promise that they'll go out. I feel like they'll go out faster than a week. I have to package the first 60, which I don't think it's going to sell out in the first day. I just don't see it happening. But yeah, so if, my shop is going live with another shop and you're worried, this is going to be here. I can make these fairly quickly, so even if the 60 sell out, I will immediately put up another listing for a made-to-order, and they should go out in about a week. I live in Louisiana, so shipping seems to be 3 to 4 days anywhere in continental US. If you live outside of the country, good luck. Last time I mailed something to Canada, it took a very long time. It made it to the border and then it just got stuck. I don't know what happened. But yeah, I'm trying to remember if there's anything else I was supposed to tell you. And I can't. I'm just so excited about this book. I had so much fun making it and working with Natalie, and it feels good to have that secret out and everybody else knows about it now. Oh! And again, if you haven't looked at the video, you need to go watch the sponsor video because all the sponsors made such great products this year. They're adorable. Go watch the video. Even if you're not going to buy anything, go watch it and, you know, kind of get the feel and the excitement of Sock Week. Okay. I'm done. I talked for 10 minutes about that. I'm sorry, but I'm really excited about it. Okay. The only other finished object I have is my Halloween socks. This is Pretty Twisted Yarns Happy Halloweeny with a pop of Southern Skeins orange up there. And oh my goodness. Okay, I get distracted every time I show these because I can see the sparkle in the itty bitty little camera screen over here. And somebody commented on last week's video, oh my, the sparkle. This is not Stellina. So this is Lurex. She calls it her Stardust base, and she still offers it in lots of her colors. It just shows up really well on that black, like, woof. So yeah, it is Lurex, and it is heavy duty, and it's actually like a ply that runs through the yarn. Love it. So these are done. These are my Halloween and May socks, and they are for me. I am not sure if I'll manage to get another pair of Halloween socks out in May. I'm moving a little slow. Kind of just have a lot happening, and I'm moving slow as far as knitting goes, but I'm so happy to have these. Okay. That brings us to works in progress, and I have one. But it's a lot to talk about. So, this is my Fates Thread Beetlejuice bag. And it has my dad's hat in it. I am working on a muscle burl hat for him. And I did a lot of work over the weekend. So we drove to Houston. It's about 5 hours one way, and my husband drove the whole time, there and back. So I got to knit. This is where I was when we left the house and where I am now. So I did all of that in the car over 10 hours. I didn't knit the whole time. I may have taken a small nap on the way home, and there's a few places where the road got too rough and I couldn't knit. I would drop stitches. So this moon here is Pretty Stitch Design on Etsy. Love her stuff. And then I have a little skull and crossbone that came in a Halloween advent. It's spooky. It reminds me of Dad. He gets the Beetlejuice bag, the spooky markers. Yeah. This is Southern Skeins Night Owl. He requested lime green and gray for his hat. And this is a sock set that came in as a monthly club with a gray mini. So I sent him a picture, he liked it, I started knitting on it, sent him another picture, and he still likes it, because I know it has some blue in there. Yeah. Oh my. Now, let's talk muscle burl hats. I have some math. I know every knitter is different and everybody kind of does things differently. There are some people that they need a very precise pattern and they follow the pattern. And then there's other knitters that just wing it and hope for the best. If you are one of those people that likes to have a pattern, I've done the math for you. I'm going to add it to my project page so that you can do this math if this is something that you're interested in doing. Okay, I gave my parents a muscle burl hat that I didn't want anymore. It was blue and white, and I didn't realize until after I made it and I put it on, it had too much white in it, and white just doesn't look good against my skin tone. I don't know, it's not pretty. So once I made a purple muscle burl hat that I liked more, I gave them the white and blue one, and I thought they would share. My mom does not share well. So hence Dad is getting his own hat. But I asked him if he liked the length of that hat or if he would want it to be an inch or two longer. And he said longer. I can do that. That's the easy math. So what I've done, I measured my cake before I started, and I measured my sock so that I will never have to take it out of the sock again. I can just measure and subtract, or weigh and subtract. There we go. So I did that. Then I followed the pattern from Ysolda Teague through the increases. And then I weighed it. I weighed my cake again. My increases were 10.4 grams. Now, typically what I do, the pattern calls for a certain number of inches on the hat. If you've ever tried to measure this hat, you know it's a pain. I just don't do that anymore. I just knit until I have only enough left to do the decreases, because the decreases are a mirror of the increase. This took 10.4, it'll take 10.4 at the other end. I like to add a little buffer in there too. I usually add about a 5 gram buffer, just gives me the feel goods. So I just knit until that's all the yarn that's left, do my decreases, and I'm done. This one, I am going to put a gray stripe in the middle of the hat. So the brim, whether you fold it up or whatever, it will have a gray stripe right in the middle, which means I have to know where the middle is. So, math time. Weighed my cake. It was 108 grams. I am subtracting out a 5 gram buffer. That is 103 divided by 2, because I want the green to be equal on both sides of the gray stripe, is 51.5 grams. Cool. I need 51.5 grams, and then I can put in my gray stripe. This is hard to weigh. I did not weigh my needles in advance. I have stitch markers on here. It gets a little unwieldy trying to weigh this. It's easier to weigh this. So I took the 51.5 that I need to knit, plus my 5 gram buffer, plus the weight of my sock, and that totaled up to be 67.2 grams. When this weighs 67.2 grams, I need to stop knitting. That will be halfway. I weighed it, and I didn't write it down. I think I have 7 more grams to go, and then it'll be time to put in the gray stripe, which is a 20 gram mini. I'm thinking it's going to add 1 to 2 inches. I don't know, but Dad said to err on the side of longer, so I'm just going to put in probably 15 grams and save 5 to go into my scrappy blanket. And then I'll have some out of this at the end that can go into my scrappy blanket as well. That should put a gray stripe right in the middle. Now, this has been a project that I only work on when I'm traveling and my husband is driving. Right now, this is going to get bumped up on the WIP list so that I can get to the gray stripe and probably through it. I probably want to go ahead and knit the gray stripe as well. just so that I'm not trying to measure out 5 grams in the car. I don't think I can measure, I don't think I can weigh out grams while driving down the road. I don't think, that sounds like a bad idea. So I will probably go ahead and get through the gray stripe, and then it'll go back into storage as a traveling project. So that was a lot. Yeah, my bad. That was kind of a lot to word vomit at you there. But like I said, the math for that, if you didn't catch it all here, no worries. It will live on the project page, which if you don't use Ravelry, it's not on Ravelry. It's on my personal website. All of the projects that I have been making ever since starting this channel have had their own page on my website where you can go and see all the notes. And if you have any questions, there are lots of ways that you can contact me. You can message me via YouTube somehow. I don't know how that one works. Instagram, my email's listed down below. My website has a place where you can contact me and it'll send it over to my email. If you have any questions, please let me know. I would love to be able to help you, because math is a little hard sometimes. Even though it's adding and subtracting, just trying to think through all the details of it gets a little tedious. Okay. Wow. This episode is going to be a little bit longer than I expected. Okay, that brings us to chatter. I have my test knitters busy away working. 2 of them have finished their socks and they've given me great feedback on it. I should have dates next week. So next Thursday's episode should have dates for you because I am planning a knit along. I'm so excited. We are going to have a potato chip knit along. I'll have dates and hashtag and all that fun stuff for you next week, because I'm not exactly sure when it's going to start yet, but it will run for about a month. It will be in June, so soon. And I figured June is a great time to do that because you can double dip into summer sock camp from the Crazy Sock Lady. I mean, that sounds like a great plan to me. I'll do that myself. I will be giving away 2 prizes, and they will be a 7-of-a-kind prize. So if you caught that, I'm giving away 2 of a 7-of-a-kind because I had 5 test knitters. So maybe I made 8. I made 8. There we go. Yeah, you'll have to wait and see what that is. But all of my test knitters are being sent a little special thank you gift, and 2 winners of the knit along will also receive that matching gift, and you'll be part of a very small special club that has something special made from me. There's a teaser for you next week. I got a Mother's Day card from daycare. I dropped Pepper off at daycare this morning and they brought me out this, and it says, "Happy Mother's Day to the best dog mom. I love you more than treats most of the time." She's so cute. My husband said she's all nose. She really is. She's all nose and she uses it all the time. She is just constantly sniffing all the things. She's like nose, ears, and legs. That's all my dog is made of. So she's just so cute, and she gave me a card. And you heard me say that we went to the concert Sunday. So we drove to Houston. That was about 5 hours, and if you've been here, then you know I hate driving across Texas. The drive to Houston was gorgeous. It was beautiful. It was hilly. There were lots of trees. The speed limit was way too high for our comfort. Like, Texas drives fast. On a 2-lane road. It was like 70 on a 2-lane road. The concert was good. It was a metal band from Japan named Bandmade. I think I have a picture I can put in. We had fun. It was a great concert. The band is hilarious. They do speak some English, and they'd play a few songs and then they'd stop and talk to us. And they asked what the favorite food was in the area. So, of course, it's Texas. They yelled out barbecue. And then somebody said Buc-ee's. Y'all, if you're not familiar with Buc-ee's, it's like this monster of a gas station. It's huge. And it has a big following. People love Buc-ee's. Was not expecting. The band went bonkers. They said that they love Buc-ee's. So I don't know who took them to Buc-ee's, but they got so excited that somebody in the crowd said Buc-ee's. Like, apparently they love it. Okay. We stayed in downtown. The concert venue was in downtown, so we could walk from the hotel to the venue and back. It was nice, a little humid, but very nice. And then we had a good drive back. Pepper stayed with Aunt Pam and her pup Abraham, and they all seemed to have a good time. She was exhausted by the time she came home. She slept the whole rest of the day. It was adorable. Yeah. Okay, I think that covers everything. And I don't really have anything, I think, coming up this week. So I will see y'all next week with more information about the knit-along and anything else that I forgot. Because that happens. Alright, take care of yourselves, and I will see you next week. Bye.